Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Insured coming at you with another Destiny video. I got something different. I got a video on how to be a better shotgunner, how to shotgun like a top tier player. In this video, I'll be giving you 5 tips and tricks on how to be a better shotgunner. I thought it would be fitting to start the series with shotgun because that's what I mean. I've been using a shotgun since day 1, so I thought I'd just go ahead and start the series with how to shotgun. And then if you guys liked the video, if you found it helpful, if you found it informative, we can move on to sniping, to other things, how to be a better trials player, how to stay alive, how to get better KD, anything you guys want to know. Without further ado, let's begin this 5 tips and tricks on how to be a better shotgunner. Alright, so tip number 1 is have your primary out. Okay, I know that seems weird for the first tip on how to be a better shotgunner. We're talking about primary usage, but believe me, top tier players like Luminosity, like any top tier player, always has their primary out just as much as they have their secondary out. Okay, if you're one of those players, okay, that starts a match, the moment you land, the first thing you do is take out your shotgun and you run around the map, chances are you're not a very good shotgunner, you're not a top tier player. You cannot roam around the map with your shotgun. You need to have a good amount of primary skill. You need to know when to use your shotgun and when to use your primary, which we'll be talking about later on. But you need to have your primary out just as much as you have your secondary out. Okay, reason being, you need to complement your shotgun skills with your primary skills. Say you go in for a slide shotty, right? You go in for a slide shotty and you chase that backwards. The moment you chase that backwards, you take out your primary and you finish him off with your primary. Same thing with when you're sniping. You snipe him, you get a body shot. The moment you get that body shot, you take out your primary and you finish him off. You need to be able to finish off kills with your primary if you can do it with your secondary. Also, you cannot be a shotgun warrior. Okay, shotgun warrior means, you know, one of those players that roam around the map. They see a guy 10 feet away. What do? They rush over there with their shotgun, triple jumping in the air, gracefully floating while they just get shut down with a fucking last word or a Hoxa or whatever. If the player is too far away, don't try and rush him with your shotgun. You need to use your primary. Alright, so let's check this clip out right here. I can see that this guy is far away, so I take out my Hoxa. Notice how there's somebody pushing me, so I quickly take out my shotty. But do you guys see right when I killed that person, I already switched to my primary right away? The reason being is because once you kill a person, if nobody is on your radar, if nobody's beside you, you want to switch to your primary because there might be somebody off in the distance trying to snipe you or just trying to use their primary against you. So that's what I do. But in this case, nobody's here, somebody trying to pinch me, I take out my shotty and then primary out, and look right here, there is somebody in the distance trying to kill me. So that's why you want to have your primary and shotgun out at all times. Here, I was rushing with my shotgun, but that person decides to push back. So instead, I'm not trying to be a shotgun warrior. I stop, I take out my Hoxa, and I challenge. I was able to win the fight right here because I used the map, and I got him through that little hole right there. And here, I believe I just double melee'd to finish it off. Yep. Alright, so number 2, close the gap. This is very important. What do you do when you want to close the gap? How do you close the gap? Okay, notice here, one guy goes down. Okay, I already know they're going to be pushing up, so I combo. I shotgun, this guy dies from my smoke, and this guy doesn't really see where I am. Now, this is the most important part of the clip. Look how far he is. Okay, if I decide just to triple jump to him, then I am the definition of a shotgun warrior. I can't do that. So what do? I notice that there's cover right here to the right. He's shooting at me. I quickly go in cover, and then I shake step out. And then I kill him. I took 0 damage from that. Why? Because I was able to go to the cover, I was able to shake step out, and I was able to close the gap so quick that he couldn't even put a single bullet on me. Closing the gap is extremely important. Know when to push. Number 3. I'm last guardian here, right? Notice how I see these guys right here, kind of in that little lane right there. I see one to the right, and I see one to the left. They're about to be split very quick, so I'm going to push one very hard. So I push one, and I go back in cover, and I get the second kill the moment I get out of cover. The third guy is on reses. Now I believe I'm going to wombo here. Right now I'm waiting for tags. Here I'm not going to push because it didn't tag him that much, and I'm pretty lit. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm just going to heal up, and I'm going to use this car right here as cover a little bit, jump over it, and there you go. Easy kill. Knowing when to push is extremely important. If I pushed a little bit earlier on, he would have killed me. I decided I could have just had a primary battle, but I wanted to rush in for the shoddy kill because I had that cover, so that's what I did. Number 4, element of surprise / angles. So here, I am the last guardian standing. Look at this fucking meta using ass Titan rushing in with his juggernaut shield and a shoddy. So what I decided to do is to triple jump in the air, wait for him to go past me, and shoot his side. I get the kill. There's somebody behind me. I have to push. He just threw a nade, so I'm able to push this guy. Okay, I get that kill, and right here, as you guys can see, it's a 1v1. I got 2 kills down. I'm about to shotgun warrior him, right? Wrong. I shake step backwards. I use the cover right here. Okay, I get angles, I hear him reviving, and I go in for the kill. That right there, that took like 6 seconds right there. But I used the cover, I used the billboard, and I surprised him from the right. I triple jumped in the air, waited for him to go past me, the Titan, and I shotgunned his side to get the kill because I didn't want no damage reduction from his shield. That is a perfect example of using element of surprise, of using angles. You never want to be in the exact same angle as somebody. So if somebody is on the same level running as you, you don't want to run to them head on. You want to slide, you want to triple jump in the air, you want to shake step, you want to do something, you want to surprise them with something, you want to have angles. It is very important. The last tip is know the map. I know that's very vague, but you need to know the map because all the tips and tricks that I just gave you pretty much revolves around knowing the map. Angles, using cover, you need to know where objects are. You need to know that there is a box to your right or to your left that you can hop on, or that you can slide to cover. You need to know the choke points. You know where people are mostly going to be. You need to know that there's a tunnel to your right and you can just throw a nade there, hop in the air, wait for the guy to come out, and just kill him. Knowing the map is very important. There's not much to say on knowing the map. You just gotta play, obviously you gotta play the game on knowing the map, but it is extremely important to know the map. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoy that. That was the first video on this channel that was different. It gave tips and tricks, and if you guys want more, just let us know and we'll start making more. Anyway, Ensure signing out. I'll see y'all later. Peace.